everyone, my name is Rita Anjani and I'm from Group 4. My partner is Septia Mahadevi and now we are going to discuss about criteria of good test. Check it out!
General principles of good practice for assessing student learning. First, assessment is not an end in itself but a vehicle for educational improvement. Second, assessment is most effective when it reflects on understanding of learning as multidimensional, integrate, and result in performance over time. Third, assessment should reflect that learning is a complex process, i.e., it involves knowledge, values, attitudes, habits of mind that affect both academic success and performance in real life.
Okay then, this is the types of tests that are divided into two types. The first one is standardized, the average compared against others. And the second one is non-standardized. This test is one that allows for an assessment of an individual's abilities, but doesn't allow to compare one student to another. It is used to evaluate the progress of students. So, what kind of test that should be given to students? Pay attention to our next explanation.
Next, there are 6 characteristics of a good test. Number 1, validity. Number 2, reliability. Number 3, objectivity. Number 4, administrability. Number 5, practicality. And the last, number 6, authenticity. Okay, next, number 1, validity. Validity is an important characteristic of any test. This refers to what the test really measures. A test is valid if it measures what we really wish to measure. The word validity means truth or fidelity is not the self-correlation of the test, rather it is the correlation with some outside independent criteria. Jadi, validitas tes biasa atau yang biasa disebut dengan kesahihan suatu tes adalah mengacu pada kemampuan suatu tes untuk mengukur karakteristik atau dimensi yang dimaksudkan untuk diukur. Evaluasi terhadap validitas isi harus dilakukan dengan serius dan dilakukan oleh orang yang benar-benar menguasai di bidangnya. Misal, evaluasi validitas tes mapel bahasa Inggris harus dilakukan oleh seorang guru yang menguasai mapel bahasa Inggris. Next, validity has 3 important properties. Number 1, it is a relative term. A test is not generally valid. It is valid for a particular purpose. Number 2, validity is not a fixed property of the test because validation is not a fixed process, rather it is an unending process. Number 3, validity like reliability is a matter of degree and not an all or none property. The next part is types of validity. Number 1, construct validity. Does the test measure the concept that it's intended to measure? Construct validity mengevaluasi apakah suatu alat ukur benar-benar mewakili hal yang ingin kita ukur, karena ini penting untuk menetapkan validitas keseluruhan suatu metode. Number 2, content validity. Is the test fully representative of what it aims to measure? Content validity ini menilai apakah sebuah tes mewakili semua aspek konstruk. Karena jika beberapa aspek hilang dari pengukuran, validitasnya akan terancam. Number 3, face validity. Does the content of the test appear to be suitable to its aims? Face validity mempertimbangkan seberapa cocok isi tes tampak di permukaan, mirip dengan content validity, tapi face validity adalah penilaian yang lebih informal dan subjektif. The last, number 4, criterion validity. Do the result correspond to a different test of the same things? Criterion validity mengevaluasi seberapa dekat hasil tes kamu dengan hasil tes lainnya. The next characteristic, reliability. Reliability, the precision of accuracy of the measurement or score. A well-developed scientific tool should give accurate results both at present as well as over the time. Reliability refers to the consistency of scores or answer from one administration of an instrument to another or from one set of items to another. If a teacher gave the same test to the same student or matched students on 2 different occasions, the test should yield similar results. Reliability is a requirement for validity. A test is not valid unless it meets the condition of reliability. There are 4 factors that might affect the reliability of the test. Number 1, test length. Jadi, di tes length ini semakin panjang atau banyak item, semakin tinggi pula reliabilitasnya. Number 2, distribution of scores. Besarnya distribusi skor akan menciptakan tingkat reliabilitas yang lebih tinggi. Number 3, the level of difficulty or difficulty index. Soal yang terlalu sulit atau terlalu mudah kemungkinan akan menghasilkan reliabilitas yang rendah. And then the last, objectivity. Objectivity mengacu pada nilai tes yang sama antara seorang siswa dengan siswa lainnya. The next characteristic is objectivity. Objectivity refers to the degree to which equally competent scores obtain the same result. Objectivity represents the agreement of 2 or more raters or a test administrator concerning the score of a student, not influenced by emotion or personal prejudice. Lack of objectivity reduces test validity in the same way that lack reliability influence validity.
The next criteria is administrability. A good test can be administered with ease, clarity, and uniformity. Tes diberikan dengan mudah. Maksudnya ialah tidak ada waktu atau usaha yang terbuang dalam proses dan kondisi saat pemberian dan penerimaan tugas, meskipun pemberian dan penerimaan tugas tersebut dilakukan pada waktu yang berbeda, namun kurang lebih prosesnya tetap sama, such as scoreability, the interpretability, etc. Next is practicality. Practicality mengacu pada sejauh mana tes tersebut mudah disiapkan, digunakan, ditafsirkan, dan disimpan. Practicality of a test lebih ditekan pada efisiensi dan efektivitas tes untuk mengukur hasil belajar siswa. The criteria are: yang pertama, tidak terlalu mahal. Kedua, tetap pada batasan waktu yang tepat. Yang ketiga, mudah untuk mengelolanya. Dan yang keempat yaitu memiliki prosedur penilaian yang spesifik dan efektif. The last is authenticity. Authenticity means that respon bahasa yang diberikan oleh siswa sesuai dengan bahasa komunikasi. Sebuah tes bahasa dikatakan autentik ketika mencerminkan isi dan keterampilan yang diuji. Then, it defines authenticity as the degree to which test materials and test conditions succeed in replicating those in the target situation. So guys, I think that's enough from me, and this is the end of the fourth group presentation. Thanks for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.